look at it. This is the Discord for the this. Okay, so if the important mode is destroyed and not restored for a minute, you lose. Okay. Okay, so the players are now. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this thing. Okay, so the players are kind of like discussing what to do. This is, I think, the first time anyone had ever played this. Psycho has no idea what's going on, and I don't blame him. Imrico has taken the base. Basically, this was, from what I understand, built off things like Fortnite and. Okay, so one base is here, one base is here, one base is here, one base is here. Okay. So see, here's the thing. Even if you take a really quote-unquote good base, like let's say this, where's the gold base? Is the gold base around here? Okay, so these are how the players spawn. So what will happen is that there will be a green or blue bubble that will eventually close in. So some of these sides basically can be really vulnerable. There's also going to be a trade, so we'll have to see what happens. Theoretically, Psycho is the highest MMR of all the players. Where is he actually? He's over in this corner. So we'll have to see. I think a lot of conflict is going to happen here between Scruffy, who managed to snag a gold base for himself. Yeah, I think there was some like tips. I think this is created by a Korean. I don't know. Okay, so it looks like Imrico and Scruffy is the ones that I predict to have the most conflict, simply because they're the closest by proximity. Meanwhile, Dark Void, the Terran, is expanding very nicely at the bottom. Psycho is playing super macro. Anyone know Mary? Kappa. Yeah, so this mod, Battle Royale, was actually famous because a bunch of Korean pros, I think Stats, Maru, SOS, I think maybe Ragnarok actually played on this a couple of times. And like Lowko was the one who, I don't know if he casted live, but he definitely did castles of replay. So those are pretty popular on YouTube, and this is why we tried it out. Okay, but nothing really happened in the first few minutes. Who is this? Okay, so Scruffy's going for Forge. I don't see any major deviations in tech. It's going to be quite a challenge keeping track of this. It is technically perfectly balanced. What the? Who's picking Scruffy? I have no idea. Okay. Oh yeah, so Ethan figures that the toss is close. He is right. Psycho is taking the center. I think that being in the center gives you some kind of boost. I don't know if all players have vision of it. Do they have vision of it? No, they do not. Due to these side blockers. Okay, Scruffy's gonna chase away him out. They're discussing alliances. Oh, Scruffy, you have some but not all of the skins, okay. Okay, it seems that Ethan and Scruffy have signed some kind of non-aggression pact. Lings are coming in to drive away. Okay. So Zerg is on 2 bases. Oh, I got creep. Okay, sure. Psycho is setting a stalker to deal with it. Meanwhile, he's going for, it looks like a standard bio play. Or somewhat standard, I don't see no fact. What's happening in the center? Oh, we missed it. Okay, Psycho is now firmly in the center. He has expanded to the goal base. Yeah, I personally don't know how this works. Like right before this we were playing Beast of the Hill, which I personally find more fun, but that's a personal preference, and also because I played that a bit more than this. Okay, Okay, so everybody's just expanding, they're just fighting for the center. Psycho Stalker has retreated. A bunch of Lings are ready to jump in, ready to take on that Stalker. I mean, if you go to his vision, like he doesn't know, like you can't see beyond this. Okay, the Lings are gonna expand. Like here's the scary part about FFA. Like you see so little of the map. Like you're just stuck down here, you don't know where your opponents are. Let's go to each individual vision.
Teleport successful.
Okay, Scruffy should be able to take that with no issue. Going for Mass Phoenix. Ethan Zerg has nothing as well, no vision.
Let our enemy know our
Okay, Link's going to attack Scruffy and okay. So for based on what I understand, these are resource trades. Yeah, you can blow them up for additional minerals. I don't know I don't know how the allocation works. Like if two players attack at the same time and one player attacks the trade, does it count? I have no idea. Okay, so here comes some Marines to grab some of the loot. After 30 seconds, the center beacon is active. Okay, Ethan is really trying to get this trade, and Scruffy is trying to get this. Oh, it's a different skin of the trade. The truck was destroyed by someone. Okay, so I assume Dark Void just got a bunch of minerals. Ethan might not actually catch the train. He doesn't have stem. Okay, he gets it, and he gets the 500 minerals. Okay, in the meantime, Psycho has more or less solidified his position in the center, although Imrico Zerg is attempting to claim it. I don't know how the beacon occupy time works, to be honest. Lots of Marine Marauder by Dark Void, but I don't see any backup. Don't need no backup, it seems. No medevacs? Do you have medevacs? Okay, a lot of bio. Supply blocked. Psycho retreating back to his base. A Zerg force of Imrico on the high ground. Ethan Zerg just kind of like sharking around. Okay, both sides are attacking at the same time. Like, this is the dangers of FFA. They're not coordinating, but okay, Terran should get the hell out of here. And now Zerg and Protoss effectively turn on each other. Dark Void gets, I guess, the bounty, followed by Scruffy. Oh, okay. No, so Dark Void came in first, Psycho came in second, Scruffy fourth. I think that means that yeah, I think that means that he got extra visuals. Okay, this base is way not badly mined. Like this base has not been taken at all. Whoever swat the line say now later Golden Armada destroy you. Okay, well that's true. I think the FFA is that the safest option is to like get 3 bases, turtle and tech up. Well, okay, so it looks like Psycho's head walks straight into Scruffy's, no, into Dark Void's base. Okay, he knows that that's there now. Which one is he? Yeah, he knows that there's some enemy buildings here.
The enemy have engaged the enemy. Research complete.
Oh, what do you know? Psycho's playing with Artanis. There's a recall to deal with a drop by Dark Void, and it deals with it very, very effectively. Okay, there is a... Okay, the train was destroyed by someone, and the truck is going to be destroyed by someone as well. Yep, recall is a good unit. One more shot, take this down. I think Imrico has to like physically pick these up, right? Yep, Scruffy attempting to... Oh, Dark Void actually being able to get the drop on this Zerg army. Oh yeah, we look at resources, not production. How are their resources? Imrico and Psycho... No, Imrico and Ethan have a lot. Dark Void, the rest are spending them relatively efficiently. Scruffy is going for the Golden Armada, but Psycho is going to try and get on top of that even before that happens. There are a couple of really Artosisi pylons. Okay, but a good chunk of the Golden Armada is done. Dark Void declaring peace with I do not know who. And the Stalker's getting out. Okay, the beacon is active. Psycho is attempting to... I don't know about these observers and how they work and all that, but it looks like both Dark Void and Imdico are gonna try to go for the center. Lurkers being set up. This could be really nasty for Dark Void. At the same time, Psycho and everyone's heading for the center. A convergence is happening. They're really gonna literally bump around the corner, and Ethan Zerg is able to almost destroy the GM player. But at the same time, a scan goes down. The Lurkers did not fire the most efficiently, but an army from the north and the south completely destroyed the Zerg. Oh, but the scan doesn't cover it. What, he had no scan? Okay, again, Ethan, I know Ethan, he doesn't really play much 1v1, so he may not consider, okay, now the scan is, oh, he's gonna get on the base, but Psycho is gonna try. Okay, let's see who it is. So the first player is Imdico, followed by Psycho, followed by Ethan, so at least he got some things for his trouble. Scruffy is, yeah, he's right, he's massive carriers. Again, he did this in last game. Ethan just killed him like it's so easy. Okay, like how do you beat this army? Psycho's like, yeah, Psycho had been trying to do his part. Scruffy is being effectively ganged up on because he is the biggest threat. Imdico now taking damage from the Golden Armada. Is the mothership on its way? No, it's not. Scruffy had chosen not to go for that. This position is very, very well defended, but the Golden Armada is returning. A recall is being used. He said he can't afford to stay. Then again, only half the Armada was recalled. Okay, the Armada is now joining up. He might be able to take down a chunk of it. I don't know how much they're able to do. Psycho is being chased away at the same time. Ethan is going to give up his entire army to get a whole lot of nothing done. The micro is, well, they all died. In the meantime, okay, Psycho doing some actual work. Hitting Scruffy's bases while Scruffy is busy dealing with the Terran. Okay, Ethan's army supply must have just dropped down to nothing. Oh, hey, there's a chart here. How do I see his army supply?
This better be good.
Yeah, Ethan's army supply must have dropped down a lot after that battle. Ethan should go after this trade, something he can do. In the meantime, I mean, that's the thing about the Golden Armada, it takes time to get to places where Scruffy is doing what, no, Psycho is doing what he can in order to push the issue. In the meantime, Dark Void is taking the entire bottom side of the map. Okay, Scruffy being knocked down 2 bases. Psycho, I think, just given up. Yep, Ethan already attacked him, and that actually helped a lot. Like, both sides probably didn't know it at the time. Okay, Psycho's attempting to get the trade, but it's too late. Okay, a force by Dark Void is pushing out across the map. Zerg and Terran are now getting, like, dangerously close to each other. Dark Void is in the center, I don't know. Okay, what's happening here? Psycho is now fighting Ethan. Whereas the Golden Armada is pushing down on Imdico, who doesn't really have anything to do with, like, these lurkers will do fine against this bio, but it stands absolutely no chance of against this Atos army. Scruffy continuing to produce. I mean, he needs to remake his fleet beacon. The first prize will be given 20 random units, Zerg 15 more. What? I mean, Dark Void is just having someone stand at the beacon. Okay, reinforcements are here. Scruffy's Golden Armada is closing in. I mean, that's a lot of, that's a lot of lurkers. It doesn't deal with this army. I mean, the actual decision right now should be to attack Scruffy's base. Okay, never mind. Psycho and Ethan are just killing each other. Like, how do you break this? Like, unless a random nuke falls on it. Psycho has gotten Tempest in an attempt to counter the center. Can Psycho see the center? No player can see the center. Okay, it's different from Beast of the Hill. A recall is done because Zerg is attacking, but oh no, the recall comes down. It's effectively a base trap who can do more damage, but with only one Void Ray, this gigantic Terran army will be able to push it off the point. I don't know if it's enough to stop it. I mean, Scruffy must be out for blood. At the same time, Psycho going for the question mark. Like, this Terran army is doing a lot of damage down here, but the Tempests are coming up. Dark Void has just taken the point. The Zerg ultimately being driven out of their main base. Oh, this is funny. The Planetary Fortress is actually going to get a lot of damage on this. Okay, the train is headed out from this side corner. Scruffy is still first. Disruptor's coming down from Scruffy, but it completely misses anything. Ethan chasing this train that's really fast. The train was destroyed, but Ethan steals the stuff. Yeah, so Scruffy got a bunch of free units. Okay, so Terran and Zerg are teaming up to deal with this Protoss air army, it looks like. Iniko said he's good. That's not inaccurate. The Golden Armada. Yeah, then again, Scruffy is he's quite light. What else is happening? The truck has gotten away. Okay, so let's take stock of the situation. Zerg is dead. Terran is surviving well enough. Ethan, like Dark Void, has probably the biggest bank and has taken the least amount of damage. Psycho has been fighting here and there, so it's a bit hard to say what's going on with him. Ethan Zerg is trying to deal with this. Okay, wait, no, a Scuffle's going down here. The Thor's switching to high impact payload and then switching back to javelin missiles. Ethan Zerg Imdico trying to retreat to the center. He still has a mining base, that is key. Scruffy retreating home simply because, oh, Psycho and the Tempest have been going down very clever, taking out the Cyber Core, but now that the Golden Armada is here, okay, a recall goes down. Well, a single Tempest fall and Scruffy gets the heck out of here. No, Psycho gets the heck out of here. Scruffy, on the other hand, like, that's the thing, like, this army can't be stopped. But it may not matter. Like, if 2 or 3 forces converge at the same time, there is some level of hope. Oh no, the Cruffy is being caught out. All the lurkers are now effectively worthless. Okay, a mass of forces are converging down on the center. Another scan goes down by someone. Psycho's army getting destroyed by Dark Void, ironically. I mean, Scruffy is the real threat, to be honest. Hallucinated Colossus, okay. Okay, Zisha's able to do some damage down that army, but this is too much Protoss. Like, the Thors are just gonna die, and they are dying. Half of them are not even gonna get any shots off. A lot of damage go down to the carriers though, but there's still a lot of carriers standing. It is not enough. At the same time, Ethan Zerg. If Ethan pushes the center, okay. Scruffy's Armada has been thinned down so much that, oh no, but he's not microing the Marines. He's not microing any of this. All of this just dies. Like this had a good chance of actually destroying this Armada. But without that micro, Scruffy takes it. Okay, mothership for Psycho. Ethan looking a little triggered, but he's just kind of mined out. There aren't that many like mining bases left on the map for anyone. Okay, he's crashing again into Scruffy's army. Micro not the best. Thor's being gunned down. Zerg might... Okay, if Zerg can hit this army on the rear, it will be able to do some damage. Okay, Ethan Zerg is equally screwed. Okay, able to get a single carrier, but that's only the reinforcements. Scruffy is actually backing off, not because of the words, but because he needs to chase down this Zerg army. Okay, so Psycho has his own air armada. What is Dark Void doing? Massing BCs. Okay, that should have been done honestly 5 minutes ago, but better late than never. Dark Void has a lot of minerals and a lot of gas. Yeah, that's a good question. What is the win condition? Okay, so it looks like Dark Void's army is gonna clash directly against Psychos. But it looks like the Terran army is actually able to drive off Psycho's army. But again, like, the real problem is this. Of course, both sides don't know that. They're stuck in their own little battles. He's probably fighting over resources, like Protoss probably wanted it. Terran will not be able to fly buildings, what? He didn't say don't attack me, but I don't know to who. Yeah, it's hard to say don't attack me and then you try to move to the center. Dark Void is currently holding it, but not for long. The Zerg attempt to do it, to try to talk to Blue. Oh, this will be interesting. He's actually trying to form an alliance with his neighbor Scruffy. Okay, it looks like Scruffy's just gonna take it again. There are two converging forces though. But it's gonna be tough. Both will have to engage at the same time. A Terran force is waiting at the top, although we've seen Micro not too good. Yeah, the other way is just stuff like this. Go and caustic spray down this nexus. Scruffy's probably thinking, oh, this vermin. They have caustic spray. Scruffy needs to react. Scruffy needs like to deal with this. Scruffy getting OP. Dark Void is quite correct, even though he spent a lot of his ammunition firing on Psycho. Okay, Scruffy's reinforcements chasing away the crafters. It prevents it from using the caustic spray. Now there is a truck that Dark Void is gonna intercept. I mean, Scruffy almost certainly has this point. In the meantime, oh, Ethan, Zerg and Psycho fighting over the truck. Oh, here comes that blue circle of doom. Here we go. The magnetic field. Turret buildings can no longer fly. My game will start lagging accordingly, just because there's just like so much happening on the map. It's 43 workers on this base. Okay, so like in Fortnite, like in yeah, what's magnetic field? Like in Fortnite, like in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, this magnetic field, yeah, Fortnite. Will eventually get closer and closer, and things that are outside the magnetic field will start taking damage. This will force everyone to the center, and if that just happens, Scruffy will win. But it depends. A single combined attack could end Scruffy. It depends when this magnetic field will move. Does it say?
Nexus point under enemy attack.
Oh, interesting. The Abathur. Yeah, now it's lagging like crazy for all players. There's just so much happening on the map. Yeah, this is why y'all wanted to play this. Okay, despite all this, yeah, we killed Scruffy normal. Like, okay, that is an awesome and yet strangely accurate comment. Okay, so Scruffy is busy killing off the last of the Zerg. Oh man, I need to get the water. Okay, so Psycho's attempting to get some alliance going to try and take out Psycho. Or rather, Psycho's doing it. The question is whether the others are gonna like allow it to happen. Zerg, I don't think has anything left. Okay, Dark Boy is agreeing to it. Ethan doesn't have much forces left, unfortunately. Okay. Yamato's going down, everything is lagging. A few good shots, I don't think that's gonna be it. Nah, Scuffy was, or rather, Scuffy is engaging Dark Void before the reinforcements arrives. Backup from Psycho is flying into the center. It really comes down to the specific engagement. How is this gonna go? Okay, I'm gonna zoom out, which is probably gonna make it to lag more, but it doesn't matter. This is the end. Okay, I think that was a stray shot. Okay, Tempest taking pot shots at each other. There's a big battle in this about to happen in the center. Whoever engages first, but a bad engagement will meet the death. And technically, Scuffy's army is, well, Scuffy's air force is stronger. Bases on the side are being destroyed bit by bit. I thought that would die. Yeah, very laggy. Neither side can micro. Okay, Dark Void is attempting to engage down the center, but I think it's too late. Dark Void is moving very cautiously. Okay, he's scared. He sees what's going on. He knows he needs to attack now. This could be the deciding fight of the game. There are Colossus, there are Tempest, Psychos. Forces are kinda screwed, but it's Dark Void. The Yamato is powering up the most slowly I've ever seen. Others flying forward. Yamato cannons hitting, blowing a bunch of Tempest out of the sky. A mass repair going down. The Thor's actually, Scuffy's air force is actually collapsing. There's just not that much more Scuffy. Psycho, I can't even click. No, you can't. The Zerg air force attempting to come in, flying into Terran missile turrets. Okay, now are the former allies gonna turn on each? The Scuffy's army is being sandwiched, is being destroyed. But now with the common threat gone, is it time for the betrayal? Okay, the blue circle is getting it closer and closer. CCs have been built by Dark Void. Okay, the last of Scuffy's forces being cleaned out off the middle of the map. The blue circle getting closer and closer. I think anything outside the blue circle, yeah, it's gonna take damage like this. Not much you can do. This is also taking damage. Psycho's production is effectively gone, actually. Okay, so it happens. Not with a dramatic action, but with stray shots. Okay, so now Dark Void is, I would say, the strongest player, but it comes down to the micro. Those Yamato cannons can do quite a bit of damage. Oh, there goes a lot of the Zerg infrastructure. Okay, he's getting a single hatch. He's got a lot of middles actually, but no way to spend it meaningfully. Ethan Zerg is just, all sides are now trying to hang on. Okay, the Thors are getting a little bit left behind. Both sides are engaging. I don't know if there's... Okay, some good shots. Mothership... Did it go? Yeah, Mothership went down. But this is a lot of carriers. There's a lot of carriers, a good number of Tempest too. Scuffy, who was winning the entire game, is now dead. It now comes down to Dark Void and Psycho. I mean, Ethan is just being annoying at the side. Yeah, doing what you can. Zerg is effectively dead. Try to take whatever high ground it is. Last man standing condition still kicks in. Scuffy has been officially defeated. What? What? What just happened? Wasn't the fight supposed to continue? Oh, I think Scuffy was hosting it. Well, and that was that. So Scuffy has been eliminated. Zerg was almost eliminated. I don't know how to win this, but I hope you enjoyed this. If you like it, If you're watching on YouTube, we'll link it down in the description, the name of this mod, and hopefully you can try the madness yourself.